Elizabeth,
That's right. That's why I'm not going to fight with you anymore, because it's absurd. So for 3 weeks, you can say all the Republican crap you want. I'm not going to do it.
It's much easier to fight someone like Donald Trump, isn't it? Because he's obnoxious.
I've never fought him. He fought me. I told a fact about him. He didn't like this conversation. He went crazy.
I'll say this. What Joy is up to...
Clinton Jaws. I'm watching Fox News last night because The View was on Fox News. And I get to watch Fox now. I just got cable. Got cable installed yesterday. I broke down, finally got it. I'm only paying $250 a month for it. I'm told it's a bargain. And a host of The View came on and ripped Joy Behar a new one. Before I show that, I got to show you what happened yesterday on The View.
Country superstar Carrie Underwood has spent most of her career avoiding political talk, but she's set to perform at the upcoming inauguration. She said in a statement that she's doing it because the country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future. And lots of her fans aren't thrilled about it, but lots of her fans are. So let's put this in perspective here. What do y'all think?
But I also think from a business standpoint, it's not a bad decision for Carrie Underwood. 75 million people voted for Trump. Artists tend to skew left-leaning, so she's overnight going to become an icon of MAGA and the American right. She's probably going to make a lot of money off of it, so I get why she did it.
Great comment.
I say.
I mean, right? It is country music. I think
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't do it, even though I can't sing.
You would not sing?
No, I would not. I would not normalize him. And she says, I love our country. How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand.
Because it's a bogus conviction and everybody knows it, and that's why everybody voted for him?
Who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion. I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now every day.
A lot of my family voted for Trump. They love the country and vote for him. I think that people make these decisions for a lot of reasons.
Okay, fine. And I would not be the person to say don't do it, because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I personally would not do it. No one's asked me, but that's another story.
The statement Whoopi makes right here, man, she nails it out of the park. You want to learn something? Listen to this.
What you do, listen, it's like, you know, people do what they do for whatever reasons. It's like Joe and Mika. They did what they did. They felt that's what they needed to do, and I got to stand behind them.
Yeah.
You know, and I stand behind her no, not or not, because if I believe I have the right to make up my mind to go perform someplace, I believe they have the same right.
Of course.
And so I have to,
Did you know that's true?
If I believe I have the right to make up my mind to go perform someplace, I believe they have the same right.
I believe I have the right to make up my mind. Oh, you can't make this up. She doesn't know for sure if she has the right to make up her mind. But if she did, which I think she thinks she does, then she would support Carrie Underwood.
Same right.
Of course.
And so I have to, I have to support. Doesn't mean I'm particularly interested in what I won't be watching, you know, but that's me.
Yeah, I've scheduled a spa day.
Oh, no, I can't.
I'm not even going to tell you what I'm doing. No.
Don't put that in my head. Okay, Fox News last night. Let's watch.
They can't help themselves. Here with reaction, author of the children's book, God's Masterpiece,
Great
broadcaster
book.
Elizabeth Hasselbeck is with us.
You all remember Elizabeth off Survivor, right?
Here's how it gets spun in the media. Rosie, big, fat, lesbian, loud Rosie, attacks innocent, pure Christian Elizabeth. And I'm not doing it for the rest of the
Suggest things, and I gave you an opportunity 2 days ago to clarify the statement that got you in trouble on all those issues. I did that as a friend.
That got me in trouble. As a friend, you gave me the opportunity. That was very.
Hey, why don't you
that was very sweet of you. What I was asking is you, who actually knows me.
Yes.
Do you believe I think our troops are terrorists, Elizabeth?
I don't think that you.
Do you believe that? Yes or no?
Excuse me. Let me speak.
You're going to double speak. It's just a yes or a no.
I am not a double speaker, and I don't put suggestions out there that lead people to think things and then not answer my own question. Yes.
Do you believe that I think our troops are terrorists? And you would not even look me in the face, Elizabeth, and say, no, Rosie, I can understand how people might have thought that. Why don't you take this opportunity like I'm 6?
Because you are an adult, and I am certainly not going to be the person for you to explain your thoughts. They're your thoughts. Defend your own insinuations.
I defend my thoughts.
Defend your own thoughts.
Right, but every time I defend them, Elizabeth, it's poor little Elizabeth that I'm picking on.
You know what? Poor little Elizabeth is not poor little Elizabeth.
That's
okay?
right. That's why I'm not going to fight with you anymore, because it's absurd. So for 3 weeks, you can say all the Republican crap you want. I'm not going to do it.
It's much easier to fight someone like Donald Trump, isn't it? Because he's obnoxious.
I've never fought him. He fought me. I told a fact about him. He didn't like
this
the
conversation.
You said nothing, and that's cowardly.
No.
Nothing,
That is
Elizabeth.
not. Do not call me a coward, because number one, I sit here every single day,
So do
open my
I.
heart, and tell people exactly what I believe.
So do I, Elizabeth.
Do not call me a coward, Rosie.
It was
I do
cowardly
not
yesterday.
hide. It was not cowardly. It was honest. What is cowardly?
Is there no
Asking a
commercial
question.
in the show?
Asking. I'll tell you what's cowardly.
Don't you miss sitting at that table? You've got to, deep down, you must really miss that noise. You've got to miss it.
I mean, deep down, I'm missing out. I'm just thankful to be here with you. This is safe territory, Sean. Although I would have loved to have been at that table today. They have refused to put anyone there who has a lick of sense on most days. But today, when those comments got passed around, even Whoopi Goldberg could not agree with the outlandish remark of Joy Behar. I mean, Joy Behar wants us to, in the name of, by the way, liberal tolerance at its best, right? This is what we're seeing. She wants us to believe that Carrie Underwood, who won American Idol by American votes, who had an album and tour called All American Girl, who actually has spent more time on USO tours serving and helping and donating money to our nation's finest, our military, their families, and our veterans, is about to perform America the Beautiful at the historic event of the inauguration of the President of the United States of America, and that she's un-American for doing so.
I mean,
it's so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
They're living.
Watch what she says about
Joy. It's as though
here.
the election never stopped for them, and they just cling to their hatred of Donald Trump, which is fine. I have no problem with that at all. But like a lot of these late night comedy shows that no longer have anybody watching them, and they're officially on cancellation notice because they're not going to survive with the numbers that they're getting. I don't think The View will survive ultimately either. So they start out by alienating half the country. But that's only part of it. They also, they continually lie to their audience. And I would argue that any content provider moving forward that is going to have any level of success, they're not going to get away with what MSDNC and fake news CNN and ABC, NBC, CBS do, and that is lie to their audiences and are so partisan and political and pretend to be journalists. That's not going to survive any longer.
Sean, you just put a dart right in the center, okay? This is all I have to say. I can't agree with you more. You're 100% right. When we see, and we know, listen, you and I know Joy, and I've actually known Carrie as long as I've known Joy. I'm friends with one and been colleagues with another. You can take the guess, your audience. But I'll say this. What Joy is up to is nothing more than selfish personal publicity gain right now. She wants to attach her name to Carrie Underwood's name so that she maintains relevance because they know the ship is sinking. Number one. Number two, though, even considering that.
And is the sink shipping for Joy? What's going on with Joy? Does she need money? She's selling her house for $10 million right now. I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
Number two, though, even considering that, we cannot let a dysmorphic lie sit out there in the air. It has to be extinguished. And that's what we're doing tonight. We're actually being truth bearers because what we know to be true is that it's actually more un-American to call someone un-American for exercising their American rights.
Yeah.
Is every person that shows up on Inauguration Day, from security to custodial staff, un-American? Is that what Joy's saying? If you show up there to do your job, and by the way, she is a woman who says she's for women and strong working women, that's a lie. She should be supporting Carrie Underwood, and actually Carrie's a great, great woman. She could learn a lot from her because Carrie surrounds herself with people who don't always agree with her politically or posture themselves precisely how she does, be it faith or anything else, but she's loving and kind to them. And actually, Joy, if she were as strong as she was, she could learn.
I have no idea what Carrie Underwood's politics are, and I don't care. I don't know what Rascal Flatts' politics are. I just like their music. I don't know about the Village People. I don't know about their politics, but I'm glad they're going to be there. It's going to be a fun night.
Yes.
Probably not a lot of fun for Kamala supporters. Are you going to the inauguration or no?
No, I'm thinking about it. We've got to work out some calendar issues here. I'd certainly love to be there. I think it's a historic event. I think if you have the opportunity as an American to be a part of something or near something this great, you should.
Anyway, Joy gets torched. I had to show you. I got to go inside, wake up the kids, get them to school. And yeah, I had a bit of a crush on her. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I've noticed I'm not allowed to. I got to watch what I say now on my podcast. It was easier when I only had 5,000 subscribers. Nobody watched. My mom wasn't watching. The woman wasn't watching. Now I'm told. Clint, you gotta watch what you say, okay? My mom watches. Is that my fault? People from my work watch. The kids are gonna watch one day. And then Christmas time. I got nothing but people telling me what not to say. Not one time. Since I've kind of picked up my YouTube channel, not one time has anybody said, hey, I really liked what you had to say there the other day. It's all, this is what I don't like. Please stop. I wish people close to me did not watch me. Stop watching me. How about that? That'd be great. Could you imagine the things that would come out of my mouth if I knew nobody was watching? That's what I want. Anyways, man, I'm melting down. Have a good morning. Bye-bye.